Hey, Kentucky, welcome back. It's time for a game of Big Deal, No Deal, and we have help from our Inquisitor of the Day, Brian Pettigrew, with the Barbasol Championship. Thanks for being here, Brian. What's up first?
A recent survey of Kentucky's middle and high school students showed that they're using electronic vaping products much more, and that more students are experiencing mental health challenges. Deidre and Josh, how big is the deal on this story?
This is a really, really big deal, Josh. I mean, our kiddos, this is our future, and we want to make sure that they're healthy and that they're safe. And these vaping products are too accessible, and they're using it more than I think the numbers are even showing.
Yeah, and
that's my worry.
And that's despite some, actions that have been taken at the federal level to try to curb some of this, take away flavored stuff and things like that. But definitely still a big deal. Seen it firsthand. Bad deal for high school students.
Very scary. Brian, what's next?
Last month, we talked about a new smartphone app called FEND, or Full Energy No Drugs, designed to educate kids on opioid dangers and other mental health issues. Since the app's introduction, some 1,200 teens across Lexington have downloaded it. Is this a big deal or no deal?
Well, truly, I think it's a big deal. I think it's wonderful, but not nearly enough kids. We've got to jump in, get more, and I would love to see the schools have some incentives for our children to download the app and utilize it and learn from it.
Yeah, you're going to push this as much as possible, more information in the hands of students, and meeting them where they live. Their phones are in hands all the time, like many of us, and so, hitting them there is a good way to get that information out.
Yep, knowledge is power. All right, Brian, what's next?
Maker's Mark is now powering part of its Marion County operations through the sun's energy, thanks to 560 solar panels, as part of a partnership with Kentucky Utilities. Is this a big deal or no deal?
Big deal, because I think solar energy is definitely going to be the future, and the fact that we could get out there, get a tan, and sip our bourbon at the same time, I love it. I'm in.
Well done on making Maker's Mark just a little bit more sustainable. I wonder if solar distilled bourbon tastes any different.
We should try it out.
We'll have to find out.
It's a research project.
Send us a bottle.
Brian.
Legislators in Frankfort are once again proposing a crackdown on houseboat owners who are avoiding paying property taxes on their vessels. In Russell County alone, the estimated loss of revenues is over $300,000 a year. Deidre and Josh, big deal or no deal?
Well, big deal. There is a law in place. They need to enforce what we've already got, and that's money that could go a long way to making a difference in those communities.
Yeah, now I see a movie where the IRS is hot on the heels of a runaway houseboat. It's like Speed 3. Call me, I'll do the script.
Okay, there you go. It'll be a fancy houseboat,
That's
too.
right.
Brian, what's next?
According to a recent study, Kentucky ranks number 6 among states with the most distracted drivers. Is this a big deal or no deal?
It's a huge deal, especially because we're on the roads and I don't want a distracted driver hitting me, or I don't want my child to be distracted and having an accident either, but I don't know how to combat it appropriately. I think we need to make some changes with our laws.
Yeah, and we've pushed, there are campaigns all over the place. Don't text and drive. It's a shame to see that it's a high number in Kentucky.
We've got to get some resolution. Brian?
In another recent survey, Frankfort came in 29th when compared to capitals in other U.S. states, based on dozens of factors, including cost of living, population growth, and unemployment rates. Is this a big deal or no deal?
Well, I mean, we're kind of middle of the road there. Of course, we'd like to be, number one, but we're not at the bottom of that. We can always improve. That's what I'm seeing.
And part of the issue is some capitals are enormous cities with a ton more resources, and some are much smaller places, and obviously Frankfort falls into that latter category. Makes coming up on some of those other cities a little tough.
Absolutely. And Brian, one more.
And finally, a Laurel County woman was recently jailed on accusations that she stuffed about $120 worth of meat down her pants during a trip to the grocery store. Is this case a big deal or no deal?
It's a weird deal. I just don't understand people putting the meat in their pants at the grocery. This is a trending thing. I don't know. They've got to stop watching each other do these things. No produce in your pants either. That's none of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're going to commit the crime, you got to find some way to do it. But weird deal, I think, is the right description.
Yes, very weird, very weird. A big thanks to Brian for pitching in tonight. Tell us more about this year's Barbasol Championship.
Great. It's July 16th through the 19th at Champions. It will be our third year to host the golf tournament there, and we're excited have all the PGA Tour players coming back this year, and volunteers can start signing up next Monday, March 2nd.
Sounds good to me. Tonight's wrap-up is next as Hey Kentucky continues.